what's going on?
Nothing much. How are you doing?
Doing good, doing good. Excited for this episode a little bit because there wasn't much, but
Mhm.
it moved the story.
The tension is building.
Y- I
Like
agree.
I sit on the edge of my seat watching this show in Johannesburg. It's
Yes,
crazy. And I agree
just
with you. This to me was a filler episode, but it was still good.
totally agree. I was just like, I mean, I was just watching like it was easy view. And I was like, okay, there's not much here, but like it's moving, it's going, and
Mhm.
you just feel the tension through the screen. I'm like, now like I like shows like that.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay, so what we're talking about is The Real Housewives of Vancouver, season 1, episode 6, Hot Cars and Cold Shoulders. Okay, so it opens up with Christina and Mary going to the beach for a little picnic with their dogs.
Hmm.
Why did Napoleon attack her little baby dog? What's his name? Frank?
I
No,
think it's
I
Frank.
can't remember. Frank?
I was just like, wow. I mean, doggy
It's,
got some issues.
yeah. And did you see Christina swat Napoleon?
Yeah,
Where's PETA?
right.
But
Mm-mm-mm.
they go to the beach to chat about what happened at the Kiefer Hotel.
Hmm.
And Mary wants to know what her impressions were, what Christina's impressions were of the night. And she also feels that Christina abandoned her.
She did.
But but she was kind of bullied into it because everybody was telling Christina, let's go, especially Jody. Jody
Especially
was screaming
Jody.
the loudest. And Christina doesn't do well with bullying
Right. I'm just confused why Jody is so invested in the destruction of this friendship.
because, again, I say this every episode with you. She doesn't feel good or fulfilled until she is bringing down or destroying someone else.
Fair point. You do keep telling me that, but I'm like, why are
Hmm.
you just so invested? Like,
She's like a genuinely evil person,
okay.
and you see it every time she speaks to Ronnie, because Ronnie, like, I think they've realized that Mary is standing up for herself.
Right.
But Ronnie now, because she has these alcohol issues, or God only knows what else, like, I think Jody can smell a weakness a mile away,
Right.
and she zones in on it, and she's just sitting there like this with
Completely fair.
each rip in this friendship she's making.
Completely fair, and not.
Hmm.
I don't think you're wrong in that. To be honest.
It takes a special type of person to find joy in doing something like that. And I don't think this is just for a paycheck or for fame. I think she genuinely enjoys doing this to other people.
I have to agree
But
with you on that.
she better be careful, because I believe in karma. And what you do unto others will be returned to you.
With
Mm.
interest.
Mhm. 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 So, they still, Mary and Christina, they still holding together.
Hmm.
And Mary says that she understands that Christina was kind of bullied in it, so she doesn't totally hold it against her.
Right.
And at this point, Mary needs a friend.
Yeah.
God.
Mary's like, I ain't got none now. Like, I can't lose you too.
Hmm. So next we see Ronnie, and she's meeting Jody for lunch.
Hmm.
And she takes a seaplane from, I guess, one of her homes over to downtown, I guess. Um, I can definitely say that I'm so grateful that she did not fly the seaplane, and it looks like
Hmm.
she had a driver, because this is the first time we saw her like exit a car.
Right.
So thank
Exactly.
God for that. And they also review what happened at the Kiefer. So that's an ongoing theme in this
Right,
particular
exactly. They're all
episode.
rehashing it. And I will say
Mm-hmm.
this, I see it more from the way I see it more from Mary's side than Ronnie's side.
Yes, because Mary met with more people to get their opinions on what happened.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah, like it's like people aren't really being objective because Reiko's
Mm-hmm.
squarely on Jody and Ronnie's side. Like, how are you on her
Mm-hmm.
side when like you refuse to you refuse to say that Ronnie came in lit? Come on now.
Well, I was very interested at what Ronnie said at this lunch with Jody because she's like, she thinks Mary needs anger management and that she could be violent.
Right. I was like, really,
Mary?
Mary? Bye.
Sweet
Okay.
little Mary? No.
I don't see Mary
Like,
as
what am
violent.
I
I'm
looking?
sorry.
And of course, the two of these idiots think that they're both owed apologies.
Right. Right.
Okay, so then we move on to Reiko. She goes to a workout. The Jang, I think that's what it looks like kickboxing to me, but whatever.
Hmm.
She goes to a workout and Christina is attending with her. Christina comes in hungover and fresh from the slut walk of shame home from her date this morning. And the trainer is smelling the vodka oozing from
That
all
was
of her
hilarious.
pores while she's like hyperventilating, about to vomit, rolling on the floor.
She threw up twice on the way to the dojo. That was just too funny.
It was, look, I love this girl. She is completely honest about her sluttiness, and I'm all here for it.
I'm
She's
a,
she's
here's the,
fabulous.
for me. If you are honest with what you do, you have nothing to explain.
She's single and she's just mingling. God bless her. God bless her.
Right.
Um, but when they're finished with the torture session, which ends with Christina going out on the sidewalk and doing 10 push-ups because she came in last at something they were doing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. They go for coffee afterwards and they talk about what happened at the Kiefer.
Hmm.
And Reiko says that Mary seems to have had a crazy moment and that she wanted to take it out on Ronnie. What event was she at?
Yeah, I don't know what Kiefer she was at, but I'm not. I disagree with her.
Well, Reiko says that she is Team Ronnie in this.
Yep.
But she also says that it's really too much drama for her. So at least and that she doesn't um it seems like she puts a foot in by saying all those
Hmm.
things about Mary, but then
Right.
immediately backpedals.
Hmm.
I don't think I like that
No,
in some.
because you don't know where they stand. You never know where they stand when the chips are
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. Oh God. Mm. Sorry. So Christina, after hearing this, suggests that they do a bike ride around the seawall and invite Mary. Because
Hmm.
she, I guess, thinks that Mary can give her side of the situation and maybe help Reiko see. But
Right.
I don't think that's a good idea.
No.
Okay, so the next scene is Ronnie going to find her son at one of her many lakeside homes. And she finds him and she says that she has this brilliant idea for a new business. She
Hmm.
looked lit already.
Yeah. She's to me. She just stays on twist though. It's like, come on now.
Yes. And she's drinking her wine out of a straw. Anytime you drink out of a straw, it gets you drunker faster.
Hmm.
So good luck for her. So her new business, she is suggesting the name Rehab for their new wine line,
Hmm.
and she thinks that it's great. Um, Unfortunately, she doesn't know anything more than that. She doesn't know anything about wine. She knows that they have a house in Napa and there's some grapes there,
Right.
and poof, they'll become wine and they can slap a label on it and everybody will drink it.
That was hilarious to me. And I feel bad for her son because her son's looking at her like, is this what we doing? He just had that look like, oh no. He was so embarrassed, and I was embarrassed for him.
But do you think rehab is a good name for a wine?
I mean, like you could take it to mean like, well, our wine is so good it could put you in rehab. That's all I could. That's all I could do with that. I'm just saying that's all I could do with you. With that name, that's all I could do for you.
I was so lost in this and how she thought this was a good idea, but that was,
Right.
I didn't, oh
You know what made
God.
me mad with her? It was the fact that she was getting mad at the creative people for trying to help create the label.
Oh yeah, that's when we go to the ad agency a couple scenes later. Yes, that's like they have to ask questions, and I think she was just mad because she couldn't understand the questions
Okay.
because like they were asking, okay, who do you think your wine, who do you want your wine to appeal to? That's a standard question.
Yeah.
Remember when I was helping you with creating the other channel, Newish, and I
Hmm.
asked you a couple questions. I asked you what your favorite colors were, like
Right.
what did you want to accomplish with these were basic questions that
I
these
thought
ad agency people were
I thought
asking
they
her.
were good questions to help
They
with the label,
were.
and she got so upset. I'm like, I'm not sure why you're mad, but okay.
But how are they supposed to design a label to appeal to who you want
Hmm.
if you don't open your mouth and answer a question?
Exactly. Or you're getting mad because they're asking questions. That was
And she's
it.
like, they better do a great label for me
Right.
to appeal to everybody. No, it doesn't work that way.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't. Um, I'm a bit surprised. Again, she was drunk at this meeting as well.
I mean, that's a running thing too.
And it doesn't do her any favors. I don't think she's ever been in business before other than like getting married to different men and having children. Um, it I was sad seeing that
Yeah.
because she's a beautiful woman,
Hmm.
She's got 5 kids, is it?
I think it's fine.
A lot to be proud of, beautiful homes. She has everything. And to me, she is like empty space because of her
Hmm.
issues with alcohol.
I can see that. I can see that.
And the camera people always zooming in on her face to show her red bloodshot eyes.
Always
Every scene where she's lit.
shady production,
Oh my God. They better be getting her car serviced. She's a
or that,
liability.
or Christina's breast. It's one of those two.
Oh
They get
my
more camera time.
Oh my God. Okay, so Christina, Reiko, and Mary go on their bike ride, and it seems like they're total idiots on these bike paths because people
Hmm.
are cursing them out for going the wrong way or
Wrong
going
way.
too slow or riding side by side. Who knew the people in Vancouver were that rude? But I was here for it. I loved it.
Yeah, they
I was
weren't
there
wrong.
cursing them out too.
You can cause an accident like that.
Yep, yep. Um, so after the ride, they go to lunch and they sit down with Ronnie, and again the subject of the Kiefer Hotel comes up.
I thought it was
And
Rico.
oh, sorry, yeah, Reiko. Sorry,
Okay.
Reiko, Mary, and Christina.
Hmm.
And they bring up the Kiefer Hotel again, and I'm so tired of hearing about this hotel. But again, Mary's trying to defend herself
Right.
when she hears Reiko's versions of events, and she's like, "Didn't you hear what she said to me?" And Reiko sat there and said,
Exactly.
"No, I did not."
I was in here like, you might want to listen to that.
But then she said she puts the toe in and then she takes the step back and she goes,
Yep.
I really don't think that like I know enough to be on a side.
Then start giving your opinion.
Really?
Then how are you? My thing is this: how are you team anybody in the situation?
So then she gets the newspaper. She shows them the feature where she has a picture of herself with her
Mm,
car for the luxury car show and fashion show and all of that. And she invites them, but she gives the heads up that Ronnie will be there.
which I like.
Yes. And she said, I don't know if you still want to come. So she gave the out to Mary.
Right.
And Mary says, no, I'm going to go and I'm going to support.
I love that.
I can be there and be civil.
I like that.
Next, we see Reiko. She's taking walking lessons for the runway.
Hmm.
She took her tiger mom, and her tiger mom was egging her on, both insulting her and glorifying her. That was the end of that scene. But I do like her mom. Let's see. Oh, at the end of that agency, the ad agency meeting,
Hmm.
remember when they were trying to put a twist on the word rehab by turning it from addiction to something like renewal or refurbishment? Because they started asking, well, at the winery, is there any like is it a new birth or are you like renovating the place? And she's like, huh? She
That was
couldn't
funny.
get it.
She couldn't get
Like
it.
I don't think she understands that rehab when associated with a wine could be thought of as negative.
Right. She just don't know
But
what
good
this
luck
is.
to this ad agency. I hope they
Hmm.
bill her double time.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we see Christina go on a date with David, and this is the dude that Mary set her up with.
Yep.
I want you to tell me your opinion of him.
He's too young for her. He's a toy at best.
My opinion of them is that he is the male version of her and she is the female version of him. They are two of a kind.
Oh yeah.
And I think they would be good as like F buddies.
Yeah.
Um and p- there are people who would like keep scores of the notches on your bed,
Right.
and I could see her saying, um like him saying, "Oh, I slept with Susan from the Skyway condo, that millionaire."
Hmm.
And she goes, "Oh my god, I slept with her too."
Right. She's that type of person. Yep. Yep. Exactly.
That's how I see them. I don't see them as having a future together.
Not together, no, but they would make great like go out friends.
Hmm.
Like great
And
go out friends.
he said something to her at the end. He goes, "You are a worthy adversary."
Yep.
No one says that to a romantic interest. Oh
No.
my god.
No.
Okay, so we finally get to the fashion show day. So the luxury car weekend has begun. Um, Reiko goes to get her hair and makeup done, and she seemed pretty chill
Hmm.
up until like she sees that the makeup artist and telling her about falling and all these different like bad things, and then like the
Right.
nerves start hitting her.
Hmm.
And she goes to the dressing room and she realized that it's one big tent and everybody gets naked. And
And
she's like, "Oh, okay."
she's like, oh, so I get naked too. She's like, okay. That was hilarious.
But she gets through it and she
Hmm.
finds out that she's opening and closing the
And she
show.
and she does so well too. But
Yes.
here's the problem I have with the scene, and it wasn't with her. It was
Uh,
the stylist because they aged her.
yes, that first look, that especially with the first look, the hair
Hmm.
made her look 10 times older than she
Yeah.
is.
I'm like, Rico's pretty. Why did you guys do that to her?
Yeah. Yeah, when she first came out in that white and black dress thing,
Hmm.
I thought that it was an old granny dress. I ain't gonna lie. And then the hair, because it had a collar up to here
Exactly.
and ribbons, long sleeve, pleats, lace, ruffles. It was too much going on. It looked like it was from 1910. And then
Hmm.
her hair,
That was mean.
all of that work. And that's what they came up with?
Yeah, and you could tell they put good work into that too. But it's like, no.
Sorry. And even the makeup was a bit heavy-handed because Reiko goes very light with her makeup
Rico,
and she looks beautiful.
Rico does not need makeup to be honest. She needs very minimal makeup.
I was kind of shocked when she first came out. And
Me too. I was
then
like,
the second dress was the black gown with
mm-hmm.
the trail and the car
Tracks.
tire print, yeah, the
Mm,
tracks on her going straight down. She looks so elegant, but the hair,
right. Just aged her out.
yeah, yeah. Um, okay, so her three cars that were in the show equaled
Hmm.
$1.5 million.
Exactly.
Jody was when Mary came in to sit down,
Hmm.
Jody said out loud, "Don't sit here," or no, "Don't sit next to us." Um, what did you think of the comments that Ronnie said?
Ronnie's just being ridiculous and it's unnecessary.
You think
Th-
they're
That's all I have to
they
say.
have racial overtones though? Why does she keep on going on about Asians not coming in that side?
Exactly. I was like, wow. Yeah, it was annoying.
And then Jody was nasty because in the confessionals, she was dogging out Reiko, saying that her
Yep.
hips were too wide. She didn't even have hips. And then at the end, she was like, "Oh my God, you were so beautiful," and da da da, all up in her face. Like she's a
Right.
coward. If you're gonna be saying such mean things, you need to say them to people's faces.
I think this all comes out um later, later in the season or in the reunion.
Oh, okay. And then after the show is finished, they start walking around the event, looking at the cars, going in the various tents. They all head over to the drinks tent, but
Mhm.
somehow Mary gets separated from everybody. And when
Right.
she finally finds the ladies in the drinks tent, Jody pulls everyone out. Well, orders everyone out. And Christina this time does not abandon Mary and stays with her.
Great job, Christina.
Yeah. And that is the end of the episode. Next week looks good, though. There's
Oh
another
yeah,
argument.
as usual. We
Um,
like it.
yes. So this was the recap of the Real Housewives of Vancouver, season 1, episode 6, Hot Cars and Cold Shoulders. If you guys like the content, please hit the thumbs up button. If you're not already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. And most importantly, tell your friends so that they can join into all of our little kiki about these little silly shows.
Yep. Have a
Until
good day,
next
guys.
time,
Bye.
bye.